Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Campaigns and Conquests. I'm Magenta, and Storm is with us tonight as your host. We're going to be doing some building of with the Spartan gaming system. I'm going to let Storm explain it a little bit for you.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, building with the Spartan gaming system.
Fantastic. So, yeah, I'm excited to do this. We gave it a try last night, but I had a little bit of a sugar emergency, so it didn't go so well. So we're going to try it again tonight. We have everything set up and ready to go. Do you want me to share my screen?
Not just yet, but
Oh, okay. Well,
just
let me know
one
when you're
second.
ready, and I'm ready to go.
Well, okay. I was until 2 seconds ago when my computer
Uh-oh.
decided to automatically run an update, and I can't. Sorry.
Uh-oh. Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
So, hey,
Why do
how's your
computers
day?
have to do that?
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, not a great timing. Maybe you got. So how was your day?
My day was good. I've enjoyed it.
At a loss as to what the. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Spartan system for anybody who hasn't already tuned into this before, so we can kind of um, give everybody an idea of what to expect. So, the Spartan system is basically very just the essentials, just like you would expect from a Spartan system. So, do you want to kind of explain your philosophy for why you created it the way you did, and what's unique about it?
Uh, well, I guess to be honest, grumpy old man. I spent a lot of time discussing these things. I enjoy games from my era, which would be, well, a long time ago. And there's a mythos about them that are, so that they're overly complicated and difficult to play and all this. And that's really not true. And trying to get people to understand all the hyper exaggeration that comes with that. If you listen to any of these things that we've done in the past, you'll hear me, being upset by that. Not because it does get a little tiresome to hear all the time. It's really not true. But you get this kind of, okay, well, nobody will listen. You get kind of mad. So I said, I'm going to make this kind of, thing up as kind of a lark, or, if you want. And then we started, just kind of screwing around with some stuff. I started looking at it and I says, you know what, I can take this and make something out of it. So I just went with a kind of Lionel Tar type of outlook on making a
What is
RPG.
Lionel? Sorry to
Lionel
interrupt you.
Tar is a man. Lionel Tar is a
Okay.
a war gamer from Great Britain that was active in the mid 50s. Um, he knew people like some of the other folks that we've talked about. You'll hear me mention Featherstone and Tony Bath. We talked about Tony Bath and his Hyporia campaign at least a couple times on this channel. They were guys that hung out with people like Peter Cushing and played Napoleonic war games and stuff like that in the late 50s and early 60s.
Is that how Peter Cushing became an imperial leader?
Yeah, I don't. I guess I would assume Lucas had some affinity for the old Hammer films, and that's why you see Cushing and then later on others into it. But anyway, Peter was big into this stuff in the mid 50s and starting out. So Lionel Tar wrote a set of rules in 1954 that's somewhat famous, and it's very basic D6 type of stuff.
Okay. So he was your inspiration for this.
Well, I would imagine. I guess that's one way to put it. I
or
thought
a
about.
heavy influence at least?
Well, it was just remembering the what they did is they wrote. These aren't always the rules they played with. What these guys did, Lionel Tower and all these guys, they wrote books, and the books was here's what I'm, an introduction to the hobby, kind of thing. And so they wrote very, very basic stuff as an introductory type of game. Here, you can, if you buy my book, you can immediately pick up on this thing. Here's some basic stuff to start with, and then move into something that has a little bit of meat to it, like the stuff that they were playing on their own. Um, so it's a real simple starter set inside one of his books from
So
1954, I think.
is this the potatoes then?
I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm sorry.
The
I
meat
don't.
and potatoes.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to sound snobby, but this is more like
Potato chips?
yeah, the little green,
This is
the
you
little
mentioned mhm, go ahead.
the parsley on the side.
It's the well, you had mentioned once before when we were talking about this was kind of a beer and pretzels kinda game, so
And then
that's why I
some.
went with potato
Yeah,
chips, but yeah.
yeah,
Friday night fun, it's kind of if you just need to play a quick skirmish, you don't need to have a whole
yeah.
lot of you're not
Right.
going to have a running campaign that's going to go on for months or something like that or a full immersion world. It's just, hey, what are we going to do Friday night? Come on over, bring a bag of chips and we'll play.
Yeah.
And you can just set it up quickly and get going and not have a lot of um you don't have to spend a lot of time boning up on the rules beforehand.
Well, but the thing is that you never do. That's just that's the mythos that comes with all these games, and it's so repetitious that you tell something long enough and it becomes a fact, even if it's not, and it never was like that. So
Right.
sometimes you have a learning curve, just like anything else. You didn't get on your bike and start riding like a pro immediately. You you weren't thrashing on the half pipe with your skateboard the first time you jumped on it. So what's happened is learning something has become a pain. And instead of so the game isn't necessarily even that hard, but the idea that I have to spend time figuring it out or reading something that's complex and too long to play.
Well, let me
So
be devil's advocate for a
sorry.
moment. I'm going to be devil's advocate for a moment because I get where you're coming from because you're remembering the time that you spent poring over the books, learning the rules, and
But that
it was enjoyable for you.
wasn't there
But
though.
okay, well then let me play devil's advocate in this way though, because what it seems like to me is that you have basically a way with something like Spartan going back to those types of roots of the early wargaming and role playing games where you can play and learn at the same time about how to play, and then as you get proficient with the first steps of it, you get comfortable with it, then it's not. I would imagine it didn't feel like learning. You weren't sitting down and reading a textbook and taking a quiz every Friday. You were just referring to the reference for the rules for as you were playing. And that's probably what people are always going to do with new games. So this would be a way to get people started with it that is not as intimidating because you may you may very well be right about the way that people have talked about it because I've heard it. Oh, it's so complicated. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, there's so much math. Oh, you got to. And then they use those terms, like THACO and all these acronyms that you don't understand. And as a new player who's wanting to get into the game, you kind of feel like, okay, where can I start where I'm not going to be humiliated as I try to learn how to play? So this is a place where you can do that. Does that make sense? Would you say that's a fair assessment?
I'm only caught half of it. This thing is interrupting my. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I get it. I
I
just
lost
got a
you.
disconnect from the server we had me join to begin with, so I can tell something's going on with your computer right now.
So, okay.
Can you
So
still
this is
hear
one
me
of these
okay
things
and
where you,
everything?
I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Yes.
Yeah.
Can you
Okay.
hear what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't
Uh-huh.
know why. These are set to not do that, but it's one of the, like your phone. Have you ever turned all the automatic updates on your phone and then one day it just starts doing it anyway? And you're like,
Oh,
how the
yeah,
hell did that, how did that happen? There you
because
go.
it says that you must.
Yeah. So that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Now, I just have to say, when Windows 95 came out, and I first saw that there was an ability for, I was livid and wanted nothing to do with it. And everybody thought I was some crackpot weirdo getting all upset over nothing in my office when I saw this. And I told them what was going to happen. What is that, 30 years ago or whatever? One of the people that I work with is retired. The other one has his own business now. And I'd love to go up to there and just go, I, I told you so. Every time you piss and moan about your phone, told you so.
Don't get me
Sorry.
started on I told you so's because you don't want to go down that road.
Anyway, so it is now rebooted and I'm back in the game. I suppose I have to send you another invite and all that. So sorry for. So your last question was what? I'm sorry. The thing went blank and fluttering on me, and I didn't hear everything. Sorry. And now I can't hear you again.
I think my last question, no, I had it on mute. My last question was regarding like this being a good place for someone who is a newer player to start. Less intimidation, less having to learn all the
Well,
acronyms.
let me.
Because,
Yeah, I get it, but I think that intimidation is, if you
okay, you can say that as an experienced gamer, but as a newbie, let me tell you, and whether it's fair or not, what the chatter that you hear, all the people complaining about complexity and too hard to play and all this kind of stuff. As a new person, I almost just turned around and walked away from it altogether. I'll be honest. It was
when was that? What happened, and what were you looking at that time? I got to know this.
so I went on to try and
You're about to be indicted.
what? No, I went on Twitter and I was looking at some of the stuff because I had joined your feed and I was looking at some of the stuff of what people were saying and about how, I mean, it read like Greek. And the whole,
Like, try to give me an
mocking
example.
you and all. I can't give you a specific example. It was a cumulative thing, you know? It kinda like if you go into the same Starbucks and then you suddenly realize one day that that Starbucks is full of, like, hipsters who are just, like, looking down on you, and you just feel it, and you just know this is not the place for me. That's how it felt. I That's just how I felt about it. So the whole gatekeeping with the words being like all in acronyms, everybody assuming you already know everything that they know. Oh, that's complexity and, um, you know,
Well, here's the
dice
thing.
rolling curves and all this other stuff that really has nothing to do with playing the game. None of it has
Exactly.
anything to do with playing the game,
And this is
but
what I
it
try to
made
tell
me
them.
feel like I would
Exactly.
have to learn all of that stuff before I could ever sit at a table, because if I sat at a table with any of those people who are screaming about complexity and stuff, oddly enough, they're the ones that made me feel like it was complex.
Yeah, right.
I never felt
Exactly.
that way before I started hearing all of these people moaning about complexity, and then I'm like, "Okay, well, oh, and how much math there is," and I'm like, "Really? Is there that much math? Oh god, if there's a lot of math, I better not even try."
Right.
That's what that's how I felt, that's what I reacted
Right.
to.
Right.
So, I think you're right in that it's not, because I've played some of the games that with you that were the ones people were saying are too complex or too difficult, and they weren't that difficult. I think it's really how you introduce people to it. I
Right.
mean, do you throw everything at a brand new player all at once and go, "Oh, here you got, oh, you didn't know how to do that? why not?
Well, just
Did you
it's
read the book?
the thing
And
is,
then
yeah,
you're like, "No, okay, I'll leave now." You know?
you got to you keep them away from every other gamer. The
Yeah,
one
you're
of the great
pushing
things
people away instead
you
of
are
drawing them in
that's
with all these
exactly what they're
debates
doing,
about
right?
complexity, yeah.
And every once in a while, somebody go, "Yeah, we do that." Some people will go, "That yes, we are. We're trying to keep people out of it." And there was a lot of that going on in the late '70s, early '80s when D&D went into KB Hobbies and B Dalton bookstores and all that. There were people that go, "That's it. They're going to destroy it," and they spent a lot of time, they being players, trying to not be very nice to those people. Um, in that, well, I shouldn't say that. It wasn't that they're being mean to them as people, but what they were doing is they were being very gatekeepy in that they were using all that hardcore terminology. And they were telling people, this really isn't your game. This isn't the Monopoly or the Sorry or the Candyland that you get. This thing is on shelves now, but it really shouldn't be. This is for niche players, underground people. It's a very, very difficult thing to do, and you don't want to do it. And it
That's what
was
I mean, like, it got very
yeah,
cliquish. I felt
right,
that. The internet was like that during that same time period that you're talking about. The internet was very much like that too. If you went on any kind of forum and you went to, like, even if you just went to, an IRC about knitting, there was gatekeeping. "Oh, you don't know what chain 2 is? Get out
right,
of here. What are you
yeah,
doing in this channel?" "What?
right.
I know a little crocheting. I wanna learn." "No, get out of here. We don't have
That
time for you
that
noob."
wasn't that. Did,
You know,
I'm
what?
not. I'm not saying that that's nice or anything, but the thing is that some of the predictions that those people had about what direction this whole thing would take, because it was highly commercialized, whereas before it was niche and underground, they weren't wrong. I'm not saying gatekeeping is nice or anything like that, but they saw what was coming and they weren't wrong, and that was so. But you're right. Nobody makes this
Wait,
hobby
what do you mean that what was it that they saw coming
well.
that they
Just the
weren't wrong about?
I don't want to get into that, but anyway. So the thing is that um, uh, nothing makes this game like people who love to play it. Here's one of the reasons people look at you like you're weirdos because you're doing something all the time. You know you're really into it, but when people ask you about it, you make it sound like it's effing torture. The tedium, the complexity, all those words, those don't sound fun. And people look at you, why the hell are you doing this if it sucks that bad? Why are you playing something that takes 2 hours to play 2 minutes of in-game time and is complex and all that crap? And I already saw two people run away. Two people left already because I'm talking this stuff, but it's true. People
Stop
don't like
doing that.
people don't like to hear it, but it's true. And that's why all this stuff seems like it's super complicated. So probably they might have left too because they wanted to hear about the game and they're hearing us talk about the old times and stuff like that. So, but I did jump down that road a little bit. But anyway, we'll just play. We don't need to talk. Let's just do it. So anyway, we chased him right out anyhow. Shit. I'm sorry, I can't keep my eye off the counter. When I see the counter and it goes down, I just go, "Oh
Yeah,
shit!"
you know what? We've already established that the counter is not always accurate. Stop watching the counter.
Yeah,
It should not you should do the show that is true and honest to what it is that is important to talk about. And you're right though, we should get into the game, but we had a little bit of that restart really kind of messed it up. So
oh,
we had it all set up ready to go, ready to launch right away, and then some kind of restart update thing happened. So sorry about that, folks. But now we've got, if you'll send me an invite, I've got everything, excuse me, everything on mine is updated and ready to go. I'm just waiting on your invite.
I have sent it several times. Sorry.
Well, for some reason, it is not
Yeah.
showing up. Okay. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's
Yeah.
doing that thing again. Hold on. Um,
Uh,
okay, go ahead and well, let's see if I can do it this way. Go ahead and send it again. Sorry about that. There we go. There we go. So I figured out what was going on when I had trouble accepting your invites before. If I already have Tabletop Simulator open, where the invite pop-up shows up is right over top of that thing for patch notes. So whenever I try to click on it, it takes me to patch notes instead of taking me to the game. But I figured out a way around it, so we're good. So now you got to assign me a color, and I need to share the screen here so everybody can see what we're doing. Okay, can you see my screen? Am I still in the can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Yes, I
Oh,
can see
okay,
your
good.
screen now.
Okay, there we go. This is a really nice map. The
So
3D dimensions back here, I don't know if everybody can see that, but that's really pretty cool. Sorry, am I moving too fast and making folks dizzy? Let me know if I am.
we. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. I don't know. It's Christmas and got a little Christmas thing going. All these guys got to get. Let's see. How do they look? Oh man. You went silent. Can't hear a thing you're saying.
Sorry about that. I was on mute. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
So why is it Christmas?
I don't know. I'm singing Christmas songs and I don't know why. Ah,
Thank
do 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 do
you.
do 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 do. Okay. All righty, all righty. So there we go. All right. Now, anybody remember picture pages?
No.
You don't remember Bill Cosby and picture pages? Picture pages, picture pages. Now it's time for picture pages. Time to grip. No, nobody.
No.
What? All right,
Sorry. I don't remember picture pages.
bro. With the little marker Ichabod. Bleep, 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 bleep. No. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Wow. All right. Anyway, you'll need a writing utensil and or a writing file of some
Oh,
sort. Yes.
can I do it in the notebook that comes with tabletop?
I suppose you could if you feel like
Okay. There we go. That way everybody can see what I'm
messing
writing
around
too.
with that.
Messing
Action.
around, messing around.
Um, Tony, do you remember picture pages? Does anybody remember picture? I'm sorry, I'm getting my Microsoft Office out. With Bill Cosby, it was part of the Fat Albert thing. At the end of the Fat Albert cartoon, they would do picture pages,
Oh,
and he would
he said on here, I remember picture pages.
sure, yeah, and they grabbed he had his little I think it was called Ichabod. It was like a little person marker, little and anyway, whatever. Okay, so what we need to do to start with the Spartan is we need to and yes, folks, if you were playing this game, you would probably want to do this prior to game day We're doing it this way because
it's a tutorial.
yeah, we want to show you how it works. But yes, this would prolong the game, and you should do this prior to play so that you're ready. But here's how you do it. We're going to scroll on down to this room here where your dudes are. You've got dudes. There's probably a dude at. So,
dude is a gender neutral term. Did you know that?
I like it. I like it that way. And I think bro should also be.
No, bro doesn't fit as a gender, but dude is actually a short. This is a little mini history lesson here, folks. You know the song Yankee Doodle? Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. You know, from the Revolutionary War. Dude became a shortcut term for Yankee Doodle, which referred to Americans. So when you say, hey, dude, you're basically saying, hey, fellow American. So it is
America.
Right. So we're all dudes here. At least everybody that I can see and interact with. Tony, Storm, me, we're all dudes.
Right. There's always somebody lurking. And if you're not a dude, well, it's okay.
That's okay.
I'm sure you're just as happy about it as anybody else, but it's all right.
Right now, probably so. But
anyway, let's start with your leader, this bro right here.
So Rebel Trooper leader. Okay.
Yep. So get your Ichabod marker.
What is an Ichabod marker?
It was like a dude. It was a marker shaped like a little dude. And his name was Ichabod. And then when he drew
can I use a keyboard? I'm going to use a keyboard if that's all the same to you. Okay.
When he drew with it, it made like these digital noises. It was really cool. And like he gave them away at the end of the show. Like if you wrote in something like whatever. Anyway, so you've got a dude. Soft caps don't count for armor. Sorry. Got a soft cap helmet. Looks nifty. Not helping. You got your blaster rifle. He's got some binocs, which really aren't a thing right now. So we're not just, just it's equipment you don't need because you're indoors. So it'll be fine. He's got his bandolier of ammunition, which, neat. So
that will allow him to reload on the fly then? Is that what I can assume from that?
Well, if you want that to be the weapon in his hand, then let's go and do that. All right. So first things first, the system is set up such that you can use, I don't want to back people into any particular type of miniature. Or scale. Well, the scale is a little loose right now for this demonstration, but you can use different scales. And the way that I use different scales is comes that horrible math that a lot of people hate. Sorry, but here's the thing. If you have movement rates that are given in real world, like how many meters per turn or how many feet per turn or something like that, that can be converted into whatever scale model you want to use. It's more malleable than coming up with some shortcut around meters or feet. But yes, in that case, and I can include this with, again, probably will always plan to with the products I make, is include some assistance with the conversion. So, but you can play with 28 millimeter, 15 millimeter, 6 millimeter, 54 millimeter if you want. I used to play World War II with 54 millimeter out there. If you're American and you do, you're talking about millimeter, it's model scale. 54 millimeters, 1/32. That's also, I think, O scale. If you're an old train aficionado, most people here probably don't see many O scale trains. That's kind of an older thing. But anyway, point is that will determine the length of move of the miniature, that and whatever compromise that you have to make on your table as far as space. So
move your hand off my dude. Thank you.
Quit feeling up my dude. And but what that lets you do is grab whatever dude or non-dude affiliated thing you want. If you see a picture, if you have a dream and you go, wow, that was a wild dream. And that thing that was chasing me was really scary. And I would love to have it in my, you know, dungeon crawl. Now you can't just describe what this thing looked like. You know, did it have claws, teeth? What, you know, was it trying to kill you with a laser beam out of its, you know, nose or whatever? And those attacks, those different types of weapons that it may have, or, you know, claws and teeth are weapons too. You add those up to make the thing functional in the game. Everything's done on a points type system. So now, as far as you know, the model has a weapon in his hand. If that weapon isn't practical or desired for whatever reason, fine. Say what else is in its hand in place of that. You're going to have to notate that somewhere, though. So that's completely up to you. There's no
Does my
rule.
dude have any grenades?
Well, it's a grenade launcher type of weapon. So
What, the blaster rifle is?
what? Yeah. See, it's a grenade type thing.
So the blaster rifle launches grenades as well.
It's not a blaster rifle. It's like a flechette launcher.
You told me it was a blaster rifle. Should I change
I
it?
was wrong.
Okay.
I was wrong. Super wrong.
Mark this down, folks. Storm is admitting that he was wrong about something. Woohoo! Oops, and I spelled it wrong. So now you can mark down that magenta was also wrong.
I played Depeche Mode, but they won't let
Flechette mode. Okay, is there an E on the end of flechette, or did I spell it right?
It's a French word. You took French. Yes, it is. Got an E at the end.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. I mean, just because it sounds French doesn't mean it is French.
It actually is French.
Okay, makes sense. Okay.
Frenchie.
So see what I did there on table. I like this about tabletop. I updated the comments about him, the description. So it says he has a flechette and a bandolier right there. And you hover over it.
Mm-hmm. Did you put in beard? He's equipped with a beard as well.
And that gives him what?
Studliness +1. I don't know. I'm just being stupid. I'm just fooling around, being dumb. Being dumb. Just fooling around.
It gives him a Santa +1.
Sorry.
He can give him a red suit and he's all set to go. Okay.
That's right. That's his off season. He's doing his off season work right now. Come on, give me my page.
If you're super nice, Storm, he might let you sit on his lap.
Ooh, that's kind of.
I know. I didn't mean to get you all stirred up. Sorry.
Okay, let's get me. Come on. Something is not being cooperative. Okay, there we go. All righty. So.
Why is it everything I point at on this map says taller? Everything is taller.
I don't know what that's about.
It's kind of weird. Okay.
I don't see that.
Well, when I'm pointing at these rocks and these blocks and everything except one of my characters, it says taller.
Oh. Yeah. I just, there's a lot of things that are available for download that I just repurpose for my own uses, and this is one of them. And so I don't know what that means.
Now, maybe what kind of being is this right here? My Rebel Trooper Specialist. Are we ready to move on to him?
What? No.
No. Okay.
Sorry, folks. The update is really a kick in my pants because it kind of screwed everything up. So just bear with me.
Even your beard isn't helping you conquer it?
That's right. You usually think your beard skill would be something. But anyway, to find the points value of any type of figure, you add its weapon factors, 1/3 of its movement, and that's maximum movement because most or a lot of things have walk or run or cruise and sprint or something like that. So so you just pick whatever the fastest rating it has. If it has multiple movement ratings, it's the fastest one. 1/3 of that. Plus
What is
one.
his movement rating?
In here, it's 4. Fraction rounded down, meaning if you get 3.2, just you get 3.
Well, if I'm remembering my division right, you're dividing it by 2, so it would be 2.
No, that's
You
not
said,
correct.
did you say divide by 2?
No,
Oh.
it's 1/3 of it.
Oh, 1/3 of it. Okay. I
Yeah.
got you.
But I'm trying to sneak out a little extra.
What? I thought that it was something else. Okay. I thought you said 2.
I did not. I said divided by it's 1/3 of its movement.
Well, I think you're incorrect about that. It should be 2.
See, he's trying to get a little extra out of it.
Okay, maybe.
And so then you get +1 for a shield, and then there's an armor value, but he doesn't seem to have any armor. So
That's because he's Santa Claus. He doesn't need it.
that's right. Yeah, he's got magic of the North Pole. And then add or subtract any morale bonuses if they exist, which they don't here.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's a wizard, the power of the wizard multiplied by 5. That gives you the points value. So lots of people, I'm sure, have played or heard of the point buy type of system like this, where you can sit down and say, let's just play a skirmish. And we're just going to, I have, 500 point army, you have 500 point armor, whatever. This is how you would assemble it. If you're using, your custom miniatures, you can just go and get whatever you want. So we're doing it with these digital custom miniatures or whatever. And, there you go. So, yes.
So I have just 1 for my bonus from the movement because I have to round down and the 0.32 doesn't count.
That's correct.
That's rude. Okay. I don't like it, but whatever. Okay. So where do I add up my total? Like, what is this that I'm adding up? Sorry.
Huh?
This value that I'm getting, you said it's 1/3 of movement, which the movement is 4.
Yeah. So 1/3 of the movement is 1. So you've got 1 point
Right.
for your movement.
Okay.
You've got 10 points for that rockin' flechette type launcher thing you've got. We're not going to worry about the binoculars because it's indoors, and that's just Army soldiers that are commanders always have binocs. It's kind of a tradition. I didn't make these models. I just think it's funny. But anyway, yeah, the macro binoculars. Normally equipment like that would serve its function, but just for the purposes of demonstration, we're moving on. So he's got basically what you're looking at here is 11 points for this guy.
Okay. And his movement is 4. So we're going to update his little thing here in his description. There. So now all the details there, what he's got, are included and updated on his thing here. And I wrote it up here for ease of viewing for anybody who needs to see it bigger.
Okay.
And this, the 11 is what is that? That's his total points
That's
for
his
like,
points. Because what you do is, if you want to play just a set piece battle, like kind of skirmish thing, where you just want to have a fight instead of an RPG, like a miniatures battle, you say, well, how many? The point system is meant for a balancing and a limitation. 500 points, gives you this much. Add 1,000, that much more. So, what you do is you add up everything you've got and make sure that it stays within whatever point value limit you've set for each player. Make sense?
yeah.
Okay. So that's the cost of that guy based on his performance in the game. Better performance,
So
higher
I
cost.
have to spend 11 points to get him.
Yes.
How many do I have?
Well, there's no real limit here. We're doing an RPG. I'm trying to demonstrate how you just take any old model out of your collection of models, miniatures, and rate it so that it's plugged into the Spartan game.
Okay. And you
Yeah.
probably said this, but I was probably busy like typing and stuff. What was the +1 for?
Busy talking. What?
What was the +1 for?
I'm not. I don't know. There's an errant +1 in the room somewhere. We missed it.
It just got just like a +1 just floated around and landed on his beard. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. I don't know what you were talking about. I think I might have mentioned that he has a helmet, and some helmets have a +1, but that's a soft cap helmet, and it doesn't because it's soft cap.
Would he
Soft.
have +1 because he's a leader?
There's an advanced system coming along that would might bring that into consideration. Yes, but what you're looking at points as being some sort of benefit. It really isn't necessarily a benefit. The more expensive, the more you're spending, the less you have in totality. Think of it this way: if you buy, I mean, there's numbers versus quality. Better
Mhm.
quality, more expensive. More
Right.
expensive, less of them within your limit.
Right.
But here, there's not a limit. Here, it's just RPG. I'm just demonstrating how the rating system works, because the rest of the story is that the 10 points that you get for that weapon is its weapon factor. That's your
Right.
offensive rating. So you've got to you should put in there weapon factor 10.
Okay.
And release that errant +1. Let it be free. It's an orphan.
I'm really confused now. So
That's not good. We're having a live show about how simple my game is, and you're already confused. Maybe it's not as simple as I
well,
think
only
it is.
because you changed after you gave me values. You gave me numbers, and now
I
you're
didn't change.
saying
You changed, man. Phil, you changed.
no. First, you told me he had a +1, and
I
the
didn't say
10
anything
for
about
the
a +1. I think we had some crosstalk. We had some
You
crosstalk.
totally did. I wrote it down. You said
No,
his points were 11. Now you're
it's,
saying it's just 10 for the weapon factor.
I am not saying it's 10 for the weapon. I am saying it's 11, but it's not a +1. His total points value is 11. That's based on the fact that his weapon has a weapon factor of 10, which means 10 points. He has he has a movement. The points
Well, the
take
1
one.
is for the movement. Okay,
Yes, right.
that's what +1. That was me just forgetting what I did. So sorry. Now I know where the +1 came from.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because it's the movement plus the points.
Tomorrow night, senility in
Okay.
wargaming, how it can affect you and how to mitigate it.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So now we've got it. It's the movement. And then we did a calculation of 1/3 of the movement, which is where the +1 came from. Why didn't you just tell me that instead of
It's
making
not a
it like
+1,
that?
it's just a 1. You're just totaling it up. You get The total for
Okay.
points is 11. You have that written in there. You don't need to add the 1 at all. See, it says points equals 11 right there.
Okay. Okay. I was just trying to put it in there so I could remember how we calculate.
That's why. See, I don't use that thing, because trying to get that cursor where you want it is.
I got it.
Oh, you got to do all that, man. My Windows 2000 or Office 2003 used to do that to me all the time.
It's
Do
okay.
that weird deleting thing.
I got it.
Smash it.
I got it.
How's it going, Tony? How you like the Punch and Judy show tonight? If you're still there.
Hey, what do I have to do to have my leader guy here punch you out?
Well,
I'm working on that. I'm working for that. That's my goal.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
A little animosity never hurts in a war game.
That's right. Talk some shit.
Yeah, damn right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I've got a beard.
You know
so I
me,
can do
Gene.
that.
You know me, Gene. It's gonna be like this. That's
Let's
my
see.
best Randy Savage, and it's pretty effing bad in it. Okay, who's your
That
next
was
guy?
bad. I did not know what you were doing there.
Right. Probably thought I was having a heart attack.
I kind of did. I thought maybe, yeah. But Santa is going to punch you out.
Okay, we've got Santa
You
done.
can't argue with him. He's got a better beard than you do.
That's not easy. That's easy to do. How about this Grant? He's got a blaster rifle and not much else except for 3 eyes. No, he doesn't get extra points for the 3 eyes.
I was going to ask that. Does he get what's in his hands there? What kind of weapon is that?
A blaster rifle.
Quit moving him around.
Look at that backpack.
What's this thing on his back?
Backpack. Jansport. Galactic.
Backpack. What is it? He can transport with that?
Jansport. It's a Jansport backpack. I'm making it funny.
Not.
An unfunny funny.
No, he's not Luke. You're wrong. It's not a Jansport. Only Luke gets the Jansport. This guy's got some knockoff he got at Walmart.
Jumping cheap. So your blaster rifle is a 6 weapons factor, and he is a humanoid. He's not a human, but he's humanoid, and they all move the same unless otherwise stated. And it's not otherwise stated in this case.
Okay,
so
blaster rifle is a 6, and then what was the next thing you said?
The movement is a 7.
Movement is a 7?
No. Movement makes 7.
Oh, okay.
Let's just get to this.
He's humanoid, so his movement is 4. Total points are 7.
Right, because he's got a rifle. Yes.
There. Okay.
Okay. So this Rodanian is the same way.
Except he's about to fall off the walkway because you moved my people's wrong.
Same.
Oh.
Let go. Same with this chick.
Wait a second. Okay, blaster rifle.
Mm-hmm. Those 3 are all 7s. Tony's gone. He says, I don't want to listen to this shit. I'm out of here.
Thought you said sometimes Tony looked like he was gone, and then you would ask him later and he was actually here. So again, it's not accurate. Okay.
It said 7 2 minutes ago. Now it says 2.
Okay. Okay, movement was 4. Total points. Whoops. Oh, because number lock. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Now we have that. Okay.
Ow.
Are you sure that's a blaster rifle?
Yes.
So it looks like a sniper rifle to me. It's got a scope on top, but I could be wrong. What are you doing?
Let go. Let go. Let me do it.
I did it.
Okay. So those guys, all three of them all have the same total of 7. Now let's
Okay.
get the Wookie.
He's electric. Wookie, wookie, wookie. Sorry. He gets a bonus for all that fur, right?
Furby. All righty. So now he's got a walk of 6 and a run of 8. So he's got 2 points from movement that you add in. Okay, because he's different that way.
Yeah. Okay. And what about his bowcaster?
9.
Very good. And total then is going to be 11.
There's more.
I mean, oh, what's more?
He's got claw. 2 claws. So
Okay.
add 4 more. 2 for each
Oh,
claw.
for 2 for each claw. Okay, gotcha. Wait a minute. His movement was sorry.
His movement
His
was
movement is 6.
6. You can
Yeah.
well he has 6 for walking, yeah. 8 for running.
So it's half for his fastest, I mean, a third of his fastest speed.
Yeah. So that's 2.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So his total is 16 then?
15.
15. Okay.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. This
What's
guy,
this blue guy?
the
What
blue
kind of
guy.
being is he?
What?
What kind of creature is he?
I believe he's Duron.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do, 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 do. Now
What's his
he has what?
his movement?
Use it's 4.
Okay. And what's he got for weapons? Is that a blaster pistol?
That's right. It's a blaster pistol. It is a. Pardon me while I blank out. It is a 3.
Okay. And then he's a proton charge saboteur. So I'm assuming he has a proton charge weapon too in his backpack.
That's right.
Okay. And how much is that?
10. Does it make sense to you, Tony? Can you see what's going on? Are you excited? Does this charge you up? Does it look like fun?
So we got 1 for his movement. When we divide it out by a third of 4 is going to be rounded down to 1. And then we've got the blaster pistol. So that's 3. So 1 plus 3 is 4 plus another 10. He's got 14 so far.
Tony, you going to get up and play this time?
Is that his total? 14?
That is his total. Yeah, he's got
Okay.
10
He
for the.
doesn't have any other armor or anything else on him.
No, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's do this. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
You're going to add Tony in?
Let's see if he comes in. There's the link. Hit the button, Tony. That's like my Dexter. The button DD, but instead of DD, it's Tony. Hit the button. Hit the button.
Can you figure out how to play Tabletop Simulator on the? Were you playing on an iPad or a?
He's not. He's just going to join the stream. He can move around from here.
How's that work?
Just tell me where to move. I'll move it for him.
Gotcha. Okay.
All righty. And we've got the technician.
The comms tech. Why are you moving it around? What are you trying to keep my players from me? It's so rude. Okay. Blaster pistol.
Got a 3. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wait a minute. It's movement first and then blaster pistol. Yeah.
So
movement is 4, right?
Total points is 4 for weaponry. Mm-hmm. And 10 for the communicator setup, the radio setup. See? Got a little antenna.
I see.
Got a little handheld.
So her comms equipment does not get added to the total points for weapons, but she does have, that's an additional amount she gets.
Yeah, right. 10 points for that comm setup.
Okay. I just abbreviated to comms because I didn't want to type out communications.
Right. So.
Okay.
All right. So that's how you do it. Questions, comments, criticisms. If there's anybody that has any of those. No. Didn't think so. That's right. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. Right, Bubby. You're ready? You got the mute on again, I believe.
Oh, sorry. I am ready.
All righty. Okay. So put them back in the room we extracted them from. Place them back in that.
Extruded. What are they, donuts now? They went to the donut extruder.
The only one that I'm going to place for you is the Durin. Everybody else, you can do whatever you want with. Mm-hmm. Oh, I did forget one thing. Once you placed them all.
I forgot this guy over here.
What? No, I put it. He's got to be there. That's the only guy that's got
Oh,
to be there. He also needs to have one other thing added to his little deal. Sorry.
what does he need to have added?
Demolition skill +3.
Okay. Whoa. Look at this guy can, he could jump. Santa's got game. Okay, so he's got his total points are still 14, but he's got what was it you said? Demolitions of what?
+3. It's a skill.
Okay.
Tony ain't gonna do it. No link won't do it.
Can't get the link?
I put the link in there. He doesn't want to do it. All right. Ready?
Yep. I've got
Okay.
my dudes placed.
You got your dudes placed. All righty. So here is the scenario. You are a rebel squad, obviously. You're there to create it's basically a jailbreak through revolt. So your Durin is about to plant explosives. You're covering for him, and you're working where you've already worked the terminal in there to unlock the door. The scene before you in the if we got you see, do me a favor, go take your camera and show the crowd the scene at the edge of the table. You know the cool thing we were talking about before? Yeah, now zoom. Good. Yeah, go on. Way over on the other side of the table. Forward. Yeah, way forward. So you can see. See? Way. Yeah. 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 So down there, no, these guys don't exist as far as people you're playing with. But down that door, which is if you just if you want to get all cool and chill. Okay. So now go back. Looks like you're going into Tutankhamun's tomb, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Go back. Keep on going back.
I have a feeling that if you step on the wrong block, a great big boulder is going to roll down that hill and crush you.
That's right. Do. Okay, so stop. So that edge of the board is the door to the prison. So you've opened the door, and that should and the cells, the individual cells, which should bring the prisoners out. So you set some charges. That's going to cause some chaos, disable some systems, and then you're supposed to blaze a trail out of the facility, which is on the other side of the table from where you are right now, the exit, and get as many people out alive as you can.
This would be the exit, like between these.
Yeah, between the emperors, yes.
Are these they're emperors?
They're statues of the emperor, or
Oh,
yeah,
I
on one
see.
side anyway. See,
Okay, I see.
yeah.
And these are the Imperial troops that I have to fight against to get them out?
Well, that's the exit. But yeah.
I'm not supposed to see them. Is that correct? I was
Well,
supposed to know they were
I
there.
mean, anyway. So anyway,
You should have made them hidden. Don't you have fog of war?
no, yeah, but that's a big pain in the ass. So I could
Oh,
have just not put them down, but yeah, they are the guys that are going to come in. So anyway, uh, go ahead and roll your 2d6 for your demolition skill with the Durin.
where are my dice?
Where are your dice? You
And
can't
my
get
dice
dice.
tower. I think I probably need a dice tower too.
All right, let's do this then. I will get you both of those. Okay.
Because, yeah, I think I have a feeling if I tried to roll on this board, I'd be knocking things over.
We're just about to roll with it, baby. All righty. There you go. Can you get up? Is that too high? Can you get up on that?
How about we just make it smaller in size?
Then you got to make the dice smaller in size.
Can we do that too?
We could, I believe.
How many dice do I need? Just 3, 2, or 3?
Uh, two's okay.
Okay, well, give me some dice. And then we'll make the dice. Yeah, that should be just fine.
Oh wait, wrong thing.
Perfect.
Hold on. Let me make them small.
I was going to do that, but okay. Whoa,
Right.
it's a little too small.
Well, you can see the aperture it's not a big one. So,
Yeah, but you can make him a little bigger.
well, go ahead. I think you have permission now. So go ahead. See how that worked out for you.
I got a 3.
Oh, okay. So, all righty. Okay. The facility starts to echo everywhere, including in the room you're in, a klaxon alarm. Loud, ear shattering, loud alarm has gone off. You can faintly hear what you believe to be as an angry tone from the Durin.
Oh, what's he saying?
Your interpreter says that there is a problem with the charges, and it's going to take a few minutes to get them set up.
Okay, everyone take cover.
Mm-hmm. And
there's nothing else we can do. If we try and go out there, they'll spot us and then they'll find us faster. So we're just gonna hunker down in here and take cover.
We're gonna scale. Oh, that's too much. These figures down a little bit so they fit on the squares better. There we go. All righty. Now, the next thing is, well, I'll take care of that. I think I made these guys a little too small. I see. Okay. I'll work with that. All right. So the doors do register that they are open, and so that's a good sign.
Was that what the Durin was trying to do? Get all the doors open?
No, he's trying to set a charge. You've
Okay.
already, yeah. So, mhm.
Why are you moving my peoples?
Those aren't your people. Well, I mean, they're your friends, but you're not in control of them. They're NPCs.
Oh, okay.
But these are the guys you have to get out. Go ahead and roll your 2d6 again.
I got a 6 total.
Wow.
What?
Okie dokie. You hear three loud thuds up against one of the computer, or those are data storage consoles, and the interpreter yells at the Durin, "Come on!" and says he still hasn't got it yet.
Whoa. Yeah, come on, Durin. What's taking so long?
All righty.
Need to make this snappy.
Yep, 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 yep. Of course, they don't sit on that, right? Okay.
Your weapons are hot and ready to go. That alarm's been going off for a while now.
Roll your d6 again.
Yep. Just both of them or one of them?
Yeah, both of them. Yep.
Okay. Whoops. That didn't work. Okay, let me try that again. 7.
Okay. So the interpreter
roll.
the interpreter yells to you that it's set for 10 minutes. Let's get the hell out of here.
All right, let's get the hell out of here.
All right. Now try to okay, wait, before you send them back, just send them back for a second. Try to get them so I know they're not right, but try to get them so that the circle fits inside the square. Just scale them down a little bit, and then count the square. 1, 2, 3, 4. There.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. There you go. So and as should be obvious, they have been made aware and the alarm is off. So you hear a snobby imperial accent voice telling you there's no escape and that if further resistance will be dealt with harshly if you return to your cells. It would be best for you, and your punishment will be less severe if you cooperate.
I think they're lying. There we go. Sorry, I'm trying to do this as quickly as I can here.
Click on the link, Tony. Join the game, Tony. All right. Got them all moved? We'll just keep going.
Not quite yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna move this last guy here. 1, 2, 3.
I get it. He's not fitting there right. I get it.
Yeah, he won't fit there right, but you can kind of see where he is. Okay.
All right. So just keep on going. Go ahead and make a run for it. I wish I could have a little bit of a, but you can't. You can't have any of the good music. Tony, come on the mic and do like Star Wars karaoke for us. I've got the words too. I can find them.
Okay.
Got the words to it. All righty. So again, the point is to cut a trail for the prisoners that are running out of the prison.
Okay.
And by that meaning, don't let the bad guy Imperials kill or capture them or you. If you click on that link, you'll be in the room with us and you can talk to us on the microphone and be involved more, Tony. Like that last time you did that, that'd be great.
Tony says, "Are you wanting to drive away your audience?" You won't do that, Tony. You would not drive away the audience. Hey, if we haven't managed to do it, you won't.
All right, go ahead, go again.
Okay.
I know everybody's like, it's too far away and all that, but it's like if you just, you got to have someone.
Okay. Are you moving when I'm not, or?
I'm moving when you are, so it goes faster.
Oh, I got you. Ah, don't fall off the board. Don't fall off. There we go.
So anything you see in here is probably the way it is as far as like shelving equipment. Like if you see a rack full of guns, you can grab them and interact with, say you're grabbing them, stuff like that. Consoles, computers, all that sort of stuff.
So can I stop and smell these flowers then?
Tony's sitting on the toilet.
Oh,
Tony,
no.
join on. Go ahead, join on the toilet. Just point the camera up at the ceiling. If you would have joined, nobody would have known. You just point the camera up, nobody would have known.
Yeah, they could never tell. That's for sure.
Until
Until
until the time that they could.
Till you drop your phone in the bowl.
No, that's
What?
right. Don't move that. Now, here's what we're doing next. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Now, take your 2 dice and roll. Roll for initiative.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wait, I need both dice. I got a 5.
Okay.
That sucks, doesn't it?
It does suck. 1.
Why am I rolling so badly? I don't like this dice tower. I think it's bogus.
Yeah. You want to delete it? We can delete it.
No, it's me. It's not the dice tower. It's me. So I can't move yet
Not yet. 1 second.
because you're going to fire on me, you big stinky poopy head. Don't you love my banter? It's like the most sophisticated insults ever. I'm trying to keep it PG.
There you go. Fair
And
enough.
everyone from the youngest adult to the oldest adult understands stinky poopy head.
Right. It's a classic. It's a classic. Okay, now you can move.
Now I can move. Okay. Now, can I see these guys now?
No.
Okay. So then I'm going to assume 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm going to, all of these guys, just for the record, are facing forward down this hallway. But I'm not going to take the extra time to spin them, okay? Okay, I'll spin them.
Tony is 10-200. Jesus Christ.
What's a 10-200? What are you talking about?
It's different than a 10-100.
Oh, I see. Feel like I'm missing somebody. Am I missing somebody? I didn't leave anybody behind back here, did I?
You are not missing somebody. No.
Okay.
All righty. So you do indeed see down the hall a large group of Imperial Army troops heading in your direction.
What?
Heading in your direction.
Can I fire on, or how close are they? Can I fire on them yet?
Not yet. We're gonna roll initiative one more time because this is we all just did a move and then so now we do it again.
Some of us did moves. Some of us are doing movements. Sorry, Tony. I couldn't resist.
Oh shit.
Of course, we don't know. He could be shaven. You never know. Oh God, I got a 6. What the heck? Because I said something mean to Tony. That's why.
Karma.
It's karma, instant karma. But to be fair, Storm started it. I'm just following his lead.
Okay. Whoops. I have the wrong. Let go. There we
I
go.
wasn't doing it.
Right. There we go. Okay. So, Tony, I think he's gone. I think he's.
He fell in.
Maybe he fell in.
Could happen. Happens to the best of us.
I think he split. Yeah, he left. I don't blame you. Sometimes.
Hold on. Don't assume. You assume stuff all the time.
Well, he's probably wanted, the internet privacy.
Don't assume.
All right. So, still there. Oh, the other person left then. There was 2. Now there's 1. All righty. Everything coming out all right? Sorry.
He says, nope, still here. I can see him now. I was busy typing when he said it. Anyway. So, and I don't know if you can see now, but I got a tablet so that I can view the screen here with so I appear to be here twice kind of, but sorry about that, folks. I know that's like bad form, but I needed to be able to see the screen here for tabletop and still be able to see the chat to interact. So that's why that's happening.
That's cool, man. I wish I could do it. Oh, she's got a double
the tablet.
Right. Okay. So here's how this works with the combat. Mm-hmm. What you do is you go find a way to sneak off camera to grab your snack.
What?
Without anybody knowing that you snuck off camera to grab your snack.
I'm not grabbing a snack. I was looking for a stylus, but okay.
I know. I'm trying to grab a snack.
Oh, okay. Don't be all sneaking away. You're not allowed to leave, Storm.
I've got I have some.
But that's funny because I was walking across the room looking to see if my stylus was handy, and that way I could, interact better, type better, but I couldn't find
Mhm,
it. So
mhm, mhm. Um, so let's go through the combat.
okay,
I really am uh, quite interested in having a snack at this point, though.
no snacks for you.
I'm really hungry.
You have to earn your snacks by defeating me in combat, and if you
Do
don't, you get no snacks.
so Scooby snack. Hey, do you have your do you have your set of the rules up and ready?
I'd have to pull it up on a different screen, but I can. Would you like me to pull
What
that
what
up?
what happened to the tablet?
Hold on a
Hey,
second.
Panzer Leader, I'd love to play. Sure.
Yeah, that would be great if I could get it to install the module. But anyway, I just started it. I haven't worked on it really. Okay,
So go on, go scroll down to the combat.
combat rules.
Sure, and give them a little briefing on how it works.
You're using me so you can sneak off and get snacks, aren't you?
Well, I have to go 10-100.
Oh, I see. Okay. So in that case, these are the combat rules, as you can see on the screen here. The formula for combat is going to be the weapon factor plus whatever modifiers. So if you're undercover, hiding behind a wall or, partial cover or whatever, there'll be modifiers for that. And that's for the attacker versus the armor plus dexterity plus any modifiers that apply for the target. And then the combat resolution, the way that works is if you roll an attack below the defense of the target, it's no hit. If your attack matches the defense of the target, then the target is stunned. If your attack exceeds the defense of the target, then there's a wound that's inflicted. And we'll get into like how many wounds because there is a wound level system. So each type of being has a certain number of wounds it can take before it's dead. So you just those kind of stack up until if they get to a point where you've got 0 wounds left, you've you've taken as many as you can take, you're out of the game. You're expired would be I'm trying to find a friendly way that doesn't violate the terms of what you could say on the platform. Anyway, then there's also the critical hit. So in a critical hit, there's an additional roll that would determine like where the critical hit occurred. So if you roll a critical, then you're going to like say you rolled a critical and you hit somebody in the foot. Well, then they're going to be unable to use that foot. They'll have to hop, for instance, or if you hit them in the hand, they might drop the weapon they're holding in that hand. If you hit them in the head, they're out. That's instant kill basically. And there are 2 methods in the regular combat system. Now, Storm hasn't told me for this game which one we're using yet, but one is going to generate a lot more critical hits than the other. So it's up to the DM what they want to choose. If your attack roll is double the target's defense score, um, that counts as a critical hit. If you roll double 6s, that's a critical hit. So you can pick which one. If you want to make it harder to get a critical hit, the box cars, double 6s is what you would want to choose because that's very rare. I wanted to ask, Storm, are you back yet?
I am here.
Okay. Did you hear my description of the critical hit methods? The 2 different ones?
Yes.
And I wanted to ask you too, just for clarification or possibly as a suggestion. It basically says here in the rules it's either or. But what if you did like an attack roll double? If it doubles the target's defense score, it's a critical hit in a specific location, and then you just kind of roll for whether it's, in the knee or the foot or something. And then boxcars, double sixes. Sorry about that. My goodness. Boxcars and double sixes, since they're rare, if you roll that, that would be like an instant kill.
No, the way it works is
Okay.
you don't eat things that make you fall asleep on the mic.
Hey, I'm not falling asleep. I just had to yawn. Reading out loud does that to me. Sorry. It does. It makes me
Okay.
yawn.
So how did you get through all those books?
Well, I didn't read them out loud.
That's
I read silently to myself.
that makes a difference, huh?
Yes.
Okay. No, what it is when you get a critical hit, you there's a D10 roll, and that tells you what was hit. In the case of people, humanoids anyway, and if it's in like the head, and you don't have a protective helmet, then you're dead. If it's
I'm not dead. It's just a flesh wound.
if it's in the chest and you don't have protective, then you're dead too. If it's so there is some variation, depends on what has hit you. There's in the advanced game there will be damage types, so it'll change things a little bit. But generally, chest and head, unprotected, hit by something, will kill you if it's a critical hit.
So a feather to the head is a critical hit. Will kill you.
Has to be a weapon.
Oh, well, my feather is a weapon.
Okay. Sorry. We both have our medical issues.
You're snacking on the mic. I heard that.
So sorry, but I have hypoglycemia, and so I have to eat it.
Okay. I'm going to send you to YouTube jail.
And that's going right off. Damn it. Okay.
What's going off? What are you talking about?
I made the roll off the thing. Here, I'll just use yours, whatever. All right. Okay. That's a 9 plus 5 is 14. Okay. So.
Are you rolling to hit me? Who are you targeting? Tell me what you're doing over there.
I'm shooting at the Wookiee.
No, you're not. That's so rude.
So, yep. And I got a 14. Now,
but my Wookiee, he has a total of 15. Oh, wait. How many wounds? I don't know what his wound level is.
It's a 5.
What?
I could be wrong. I'll check. Just double check my own game. Make me do it.
Yes.
All right, it's a 6. Fine. You were right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now, also, you said if we go back to the combat thing, let me go back to that here real quick. So it is the armor plus dexterity plus modifiers. You gave me some factors for my Wookiee, but they weren't armor or dexterity. It doesn't look like he's wearing any armor. But I have no idea what level of dexterity. I'm assuming he's very dexterous because he uses a bowcaster rather than a blaster rifle. That would require a bit more dexterity, I assume.
I was trying to keep things simple and not get that deep into it, but for starters, but yeah, you would, if you wanted to use them like RPG characters, you would roll up their dexterities and all their attributes that way.
Well, yeah. I mean, how would I determine combat if I don't have their armor, value, and dexterity?
Because you would just do it as a skirmish, to be fast.
Oh, so do you have a value to know when you've hit him and what the result is?
Yeah, he's got a wound.
Oh, 1. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But his wound level is 6. So right now, if I change him, it would be wound level 6 minus 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why I was asking. Okay, there we go.
Oh, so.
The 20,000 career point Kyle Kuzma continues to pay big dividends.
We can hear your
as well.
Hello.
We can
I've
hear
made
you.
it.
We can hear your whatever that is.
What's talking in the background, Tony?
A radio.
Oh, is that a ham radio?
No, just a regular AM FM radio.
Oh, okay.
It's like white noise.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, and thank you for joining us.
I've finally made it to a game. Nice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. You got here just in time to see my Wookiee get wounded.
Oh no.
I know, Storm.
Why'd you go there?
Well, I had to clear the way for the people we're trying to rescue.
Okay. Well, don't step in that area again.
Right. So, and also I had a really bad roll for my initiative, so
Oh,
the dice have not liked me.
that's not good.
I know,
I like
right?
this board.
Isn't it cool?
It is. It's like you're playing in a dungeon.
It does kind of look like that, yeah. But a high-tech dungeon.
Right? This is awesome.
What is it? Did you say something, Storm?
This is the most awesome thing I've seen.
I know, right? It's very cool. Well, I'm hoping now I can fire back at one of these stormtroopers.
Oh, yes. Fire back. Get the one that's closest first and just fire at him.
Right. So, Storm, can I fire back yet? Or
No.
Oh, you're rolling. Okay.
Why can't you fire back? He's ready.
All right, 5, 10. Okay.
He's figuring out for you.
All righty.
What is that box that you put the dice in?
That's a dice tower.
A dice tower?
Mm-hmm.
Is that new?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've used it before, I think, in other games, but yeah, it's basically just a virtual dice tower. You just drop the dice in and then they automatically roll, which is handy for me because I'm not really good at rolling them.
This is cool.
Mm-hmm.
I want a dice tower.
We could get you one. You get on Tabletop Simulator and you could come on and actually, we could play a head-to-head match. I would enjoy that.
I'm not sure I can get on that with the iPad.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you can with an iPad. Why don't you go with Android?
It won't work with an Android either.
Yeah, well,
No, you have to have it on a PC. All they're doing is all that is you're broadcasting from your PC onto your
oh, so you
yeah.
still have to have the PC. I
Oh.
see. Okay.
Yeah. So you've taken 3 wounds, but the Wookiee's taken 3 wounds, 3
That
shots.
is not fair. I have not had a chance to fight back
Yeah,
yet.
that's not fair. She wants a
And
chance to fight back. Come on,
right.
Storm.
Right.
Let
I
it
know.
happen.
She will. Yep. And now your leader is going to take 1 shot too.
He's gonna get shot at too?
Yeah. God,
Why?
because there's people shooting at him.
Okay.
It's a shooting Annie.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm. He's
So
gonna
you
kill me
just
again. I
so you
swear.
just threw the dice in the box that comes on that square thing.
Yep.
How does
That
that
is
work?
pretty cool.
It's a little dice tower. There we go. All right.
Wow.
6.
Can you put a quarter in there too and make it come out?
It might come out. It might get stuck.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, what was the result?
You took
Fun.
a wound.
I took a wound.
Yeah.
How many wound levels does my human guy there, my rebel commander or leader, have?
It's 4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's down to 3. And you said my Wookiee took 3 wounds altogether?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's harsh.
it is.
Hmm.
Oh, wait, that's the wrong guy. He's got just the 1. Okay.
Oh, look at the tower blinks. Look at that.
Yeah. Yep.
There you
Yep. Isn't that cool?
What kind of
Mhm.
signal is it telling us?
The red light. It's a
Are you
game
sure
of red light, green light.
Are you sure it's not Morse code?
Might be Morse code. Could be. Might be saying danger, Will Robinson.
That could be.
So my flechette there, if I were to try and do I have to roll initiative to fire, or do I have a chance to fire back now?
No
You can fire
initiative.
back.
You can just fire back. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm going to fire back with my rebel leader. What kind of damage can the flechette do?
10.
10?
Yep.
That's it, just 10.
Yep. That's 10.
Can I see what kind of weapons these guys have?
Yeah, they have your standard E11 Imperial blasters.
Okay. So he's going to fire on this guy right here. Can you see the one I'm hopping right there?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm firing the flechette at that guy.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
What do I have to roll to successfully hit him?
You have to successfully get my hold on. I gotta get my I was a little sushi occupied, sorry.
What?
Yeah, sorry. I got a little bit of that sauce on my fingers.
Where did you find sushi at this hour?
I had purchased it earlier. And I can
I
no
rolled
longer.
a 6 again. What is it with this dice tower always rolling a 6 for me?
I just couldn't handle it anymore. I had to have it.
Okay, I rolled a
Did
6.
you go to the market to get it?
I went to the Piggly Wiggly to get it.
No, they have a sushi joint in the market.
I don't even know where the market is.
That's where the DPW used to be.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
They have a sushi joint in there.
Oh, I'll have to check that out. I went to the fish place, but I didn't see any sushi in there.
You have to cross the parking lot.
Oh, all right. Yeah, you rolled a 6 there. Was that what I
Yeah,
heard?
60. I mean, I think it was a 60.
Oh yeah.
I'm kidding.
Is that
It was a
bad?
6. Of course it
That's
was a
good.
6. It was not good. That's not a good roll.
Isn't?
No, it's a bad roll.
Oh, you should roll 666.
Ooh, spooky.
Right?
Yep.
Yep.
How bad is it?
Well, that's weird. I swear. Right, how bad is it? My eyes are pretty damn bad. That's why it's taking so long. Sorry. Okay.
Your eyes are bad?
Yeah.
Well, eat a couple carrots, dude.
Right. Right.
No, you should. Just go
A
find some
couple
carrots and eat some.
Okay. So you had to beat a 2, Magenta. You had to beat a 2.
You beat
Oh.
it.
That's fortunate then, because I did beat a 2.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. What was your roll?
A 6.
Okay.
See right over here? I rolled 6, 3 and
Okay.
3.
Why don't
Seems
you
to be
roll
what I've been rolling most of the time.
roll again?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I doubled. I was more than double.
Yeah. Yeah. Roll again though.
Okay.
Another 6.
Are you
You're
rolling
good.
one die?
Nope. I'm rolling both. I got a 5 and a 1.
Okay. All
I
right.
know it sucks. I know.
Now we need to give you one 10-sided die.
Okay.
What does that do?
That's the super fun part because you can see if you hit these guys in the nads or not.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. What do I have to roll for a NAD hit?
Righty.
4, right? It's a 4.
Ooh, you got him. You got him in a good spot.
Got it. All right. Let me boy, this thing just like why does it need to be in all of these different portions of it's only a video driver I thought I downloaded. All right. You gave him the Joe Biden, you shot him in the leg. Okay. So roll that D10 one more time.
Okay. Four again.
Okay, so you fired a little low. But both these guys are down on the ground screaming for mommy.
Good. Because I'll shoot their mommy too.
Jesus.
Right?
I'm vicious. Mommy shouldn't be on the battlefield, okay? They shouldn't be calling for their mommy.
Exactly.
Everyone knows they should be calling for a medic. So they're just going to bleed out waiting on mommy.
So, yeah, they both go down. You hit them both in the legs, and they drop to the ground screaming in agony.
Good. What is that Conan quote again?
What is best in life? To hear the
Yes.
suffering of your enemies and the lamentations of their women or something like that?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So that was that shot. What's next?
Well, so now I get to fire with a different character?
Sure.
You get to fire with the Wookiee.
Okay. So the Wookiee, he's wounded. So how does that affect his firing capabilities?
Well,
Doesn't affect them at all.
it's simultaneous. Actually, you should be declaring your shots before you take them. So we're playing a little lax, but it is supposed to be simultaneous in that it will affect them next turn.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to call my shot against this guy of the far corner, this guy right here. And
All
I
right.
did call my shot before on the other guy. I told you who I was shooting. So.
Well, when I say call, I mean declare all of them first before you resolve or roll on any of them.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh, you didn't explain that in the rules to begin with.
It's true. I did not know this was a
Listen,
thing. But I'm going to fire on this guy. Okay. This is my target.
This is my rifle. This is my. Okay, go ahead. You roll. You get a 9. It's 9.
So I have to roll a 9.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
No. You add 9.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I rolled it 2. It's like the lowest roll you can get. So
Plus a 9, that's 11. Automatic destroyed.
It is very easy to score. All right, so you've done the wound on him. So -1 wound. There you go. So
that was weak ass. That was weak tea, man. Very weak.
Okay. All righty. So, yeah.
Do you have any other characters who are able to see, like this guy, this Rhodian rebel trooper? Is he able to fire? Can
No.
he see anyone?
No. He can
No.
see, but the line of sight is blocked.
Okay.
Partial line of sight. Like he can't shoot over the shoulders of his boys.
Okay. So these 2 guys who just shot
His homies, his bros, his comrades in arms.
Okay. The ones who just fired, can they take any additional action like crouching or
Dude, Tony's half asleep already. He's asleep.
sorry, I can't
No, I'm
help
not
it.
asleep. I'm still here.
You
Okay,
guys, you're
I'm not
yawning.
really-
He's sleeping.
Well, that has nothing to do with my level of interest. Just to make sure you know that.
Okay. All right. So,
Oh, did you see the railroad lights back there? That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
railroad. Yeah.
Yeah, over by the American flag there. There's a red thing and there's a red thing over there.
Those are dice.
Oh. It looked like a railroad light.
Did you see
Fred.
the fountains, the spitting fountain over here?
Oh, that is cool.
Excuse me.
And,
Look at that.
it's a demon throwing up water.
Nice.
So cool.
Where does a demon fit in with Star Wars?
They've got stuff like that. I mean, there's it
He's
definitely
Darth
is
Maul.
right. It's like it's like D&D meets this is like a D&D map, but there is places that have different cultures that have mythology and stuff like that. So it's not you're not going to run into a demon to fight him, other than like Darth Maul looks like a demon, but
Okay,
He's a tiefling, though. Telling you.
that's true.
so
That's
all right.
my theory. Darth Maul is a tiefling.
All righty. So, what do you think about? Do you really think there's okay? How about how are we progressing here? We're at 2 hours right now.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Okay.
There's some things I want to address, but I think they should be addressed off the show.
Okay. Well, I think that we can do that if you want to. I think 2 hours is a good length for a show. I think beyond that, you start getting to a point where it's like, okay, what's going on here? So I think that would be
So you don't have to go anywhere. Like, don't change anything on your screen because we can keep using this. Unless you do want to just, well, I mean, yeah, we can. And I'll just hit end stream and we'll just go from there. I'll edit this 40 seconds after that. I'll just edit it at 2 hours.
Okay.
I know how to do it.
Okay.
You know how to do it. Have you done it before?
Yes.
Okay.
So it for a second it'll like turn you off, but then you'll be able to come back in if you don't do anything. Okay.
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 All right. Oh wait, check it out. Check it out.